Let's talk more about King Misuzulu and the commemoration today of the Battle of Isandlwana. I was speaking to author of Zulu Empire Decolonised, mam'Shalo Mbatha. A very good evening to you, ma'am. Welcome to the program. So let's reflect first on the events of 1879 and how crucial they were to the nation of AmaZulu as it stands today.
Today is a very important calendar day in the Zulu calendar. This is second to King Shaka's day, which is the 24th of September. However, today is a day when the Zulu they walk proud with their head high up to show that the Zulu 143 years ago, they stood up to the mighty British, and it was called the British Imperial Force, meaning there were 6 other nations that actually fought with the Zulu on this day 143 years ago. And the Zulu brought them to their knees. They defeated the British. In fact, they didn't defeat them. They humiliated them. And this was only simply because the Zulu are a very proud nation. And above all, King Shaka taught them one thing. He taught them bravery. So it's a very important day for us. And that is why King Misuzulu KaZwelithini had to take time out and go to Isandlwana. It's a very important symbolic act to say, whatever forces that are against the Zulu Empire are not going to stand. It will never happen. From today onwards, things can only get better because remember, as a Zulu, whenever you've got a fight or a disagreement or something that is beyond your control, you always go back to your ancestors, the previous kings, and say to them they must assist you to overcome the problems that the nation had. For instance, the issue of going to the courts. This matter has never been successfully, resolved by courts because Zulu hierarchy and Zulu succession is never decided by people who are not part of the family because there are systems in place that decide who becomes king. So I was feeling very emotional when I heard His Majesty say what he said because at the moment, what can assist the Zulu people, not only in South Africa but throughout Africa as well, is that the ancestors must come in and intervene because he's a young king, He wants to take the country forward. He wants to take the Zulu nation forward. But so long as he's being told that he needs to prove, he needs to go to court, it's very painful, not only for him, but for us, all Zulu people,
So how significant then, as you were saying, the King Misuzulu commenting today, perhaps in more detail than he has in the past, speaking directly to AmaZulu who had gathered today about the succession battle and saying, even though the Western, shall we say, coronation event has not taken place, the people, Amabutho, know who their king is. How significant is that as a moment for AmaZulu?
I'm not sure if I heard everything you said, but from what I could pick up, you see, that's why we refer to him as King Misuzulu KaZwelithini. We're not confused about what his position is in society. That has not been coronated as far as the Constitution of South Africa is concerned. It's irrelevant. He's our king. He's just waiting for the processes to the formalities, if you like. Amabutho, I have accepted him, have said bayete to him from the very day he was announced and nominated as our king. Secondly, Amabutho, Izinduna, all of them, the whole and the Zulu nation and everybody else is accepting as His Majesty. If we are saying King Misuzulu is not our king, who is our king? We only have one king, that's him. So that is why it was his responsibility to stand up and go to Isandlwana again, to go and reiterate and show that he is here, he's there for us, and he's not going anywhere. He's our king. The process of in court, they may take whatever long they do. It's not going to change the fact that he's our king.
We don't have the best connection, but I'd like to persevere with our conversation just a moment longer and ask you whether there are any lessons to be drawn from the events of 1879 as far as trying to heal this rift among the royal family and perhaps the broader community of AmaZulu.
You see, there is no rift. It's only a number of people, members of the royal family, if very few of them, who wanted to go to court. And I'm sure you were following this. The events that happened last week in court, they're short of embarrassing. The line of argument. There's the whole, like I said, the Zulu nation is behind the Majesty. It's only a few people who want to take him to court. That is why, again, can I please repeat that? He is our king. He had to go to Isandlwana. And like he did, he apologized to the nation to say it's taking long for him to get coronated as far as the constitution is concerned. However, he's our king, and the lesson is we're wasting time. There's no point in all what is happening, because whatever happens is our king. And if we're to draw a conclusion or a relationship with what happened in 143 years ago, it's even worse. The Zulu monarch succeeded and was very triumphant. So even now, he's going to end up triumphant, and he's looking forward to leading the nation with all the powers that are vested on him through his lineage as the great-grandson of very, very big kings and great kings that fought to keep the Zulu nation together, and also especially the land, to make sure that it's in one place, it's in one piece, and it's not divided. So it is a very sad day, the fact that he's not yet coronated. But on the other hand, we are happy he's taken his place. This is just the first thing he's going to be doing. There'll be more other responsibilities that he's got, that he's going to start, acting out in public to make sure that there's no confusion about his place in society and in history.
Author Mbatha, good to speak to you tonight, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
So much. You're welcome.